Hello, this is Pegasus the Third, and this is my top 10 Pokemon that we need for Pokemon Sun and Moon. Now, quickly before we begin, I would just like to apologize for not posting a video in 2 weeks. Finals, enough said. So now let's get back into this. So, recently, when Pokemon Sun and Moon were announced, I was like, whoa, you know what Pokemon we need? And then, hey, maybe I should make a top 10. Then I saw someone else made a top 10, and I'm like, aw man, I missed it. But now, I realize, hey, I can still make this video. So, now that that's out of the way, and it's been introduced, and you know what we're doing here, then we can begin. Though I would also like to remind you that for all the art shown, the link to find it is in the description, as well as the person's name being on screen as well. Let's go. The number 10 slot goes to a Basilisk. This one is made by Midnightez remix on DeviantArt. So, check this out. I think basilisks are cool. You look them in the eyes, you turn to stone and or die depending on the myth, and that's cool. I mean, we only have a couple of snake Pokemon, but we already have some snake Pokemon. And it's not exactly the coolest one on the list, so that's why it's number 10. And number 9 goes to a Siren. This one is made by Leafy Heart on DeviantArt. Now, I'm pretty sure that image was supposed to be a mermaid, but, you know, it works as a good Siren, too. And Sirens are cool. Music-based move sets and all that, though we already do have Melota and Chatot, and some random Gen 5 Tadpole or whatever to be music Pokemon, but honestly, I think Sirens are cool. They lure sailors in to kill them and all that, so I thought that was an interesting concept. Alright, so my number 8 is a Pegasus, and this one is made by some guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And, you know, we already have horses and stuff. We even have sort of unicorns, and Pegasi are cool. Enough said. Alright, so number 7 is a vampire Pokemon. This one is made by MTC Studios. And we already have some bat Pokemon, and you could probably attribute some parts of those bat Pokemon to vampires. Well, honestly, I think a standalone vampire Pokemon would be pretty cool. But still, those other reasons, which is why it's all the way down at 7, when an actual really good vampire would probably make it higher if it wasn't for all those bat Pokemon we have. But, you know, they're still cool. You can use draining moves and all that. So that's why they're number 7 on this list. So, number 6 is a Seder, and this one was made by Trueform on DeviantArt. So, my original thought was like, hey, a Seder that evolves into a Centaur, since I didn't want to put both of them on this list. And I think this is just really cool. They're magical creatures. Nothing of this design has really been put into Pokemon yet. You know, they could be good grass types. You could put in quite a few different other types on it. And I think it's a pretty cool design. Plus, Pokemon can always use more Greek mythology. This is future me editing, and I was not being sarcastic there. It just sounded like I was. We really do need some more Greek mythology Pokemon. 5 is Lemurs. Here is an image by Leafy Heart on DeviantArt. Come on, there's even a documentary on lemurs made, well, not made by Morgan Freeman, but narrated by Morgan Freeman. Come on, if that's not enough reason for you, they're super unique. They like leap around and stuff. They're just really interesting, you know, when they don't exist. Yeah, it'd be nice grass types. That's pretty much all the information you need there. Alright, so I believe it's number 4 is a beta fish Pokemon. This one is made by Josh Wong Art on DeviantArt. Now, I have a little bit of bias here, but, you know, it's my top 10 and I do what I want. If I have bias, then I will have bias, and there's nothing you can do about it. So, anyways, pretty much, I used to raise beta fish when I was growing up, and they're, you know, Japanese fighting fish, so, hey, you know, Pokemon is from Japan, and Pokemon has fighting fish, so, you know, put that together, and get beta fish Pokemon. Make it happen, Nintendo. Hey, it's future me again. It turns out betta fish are actually Siamese fighting fish. And Siam used to be part of Thailand, so I guess betta fish belong to Thailand now, not Japan. Sorry for that mistake, and if you were triggered or something by that, I am sorry. Mantis Shrimp Pokemon. This one is made by the Zombie Hunter on DeviantArt. Okay, so you're probably thinking, what, a Mantis Shrimp? Why would I need a shrimp, and why would it need to be specifically a Mantis Shrimp? Well, because, to put it bluntly, these things are awesome, okay? So, these are pretty much like little shrimp and whatever, but guess what? They're super colorful and look awesome. They can see way more of the color spectrum than humans can, and they have, like, you can't put them in aquariums because they pretty much hunt by punching things so hard that it actually heats up the water and they boil the victim, as well as, like, breaking all the bones and stuff. So, like, don't tell me that wouldn't be an awesome Pokemon to use Scald with and stuff like that. That's like a Pokemon waiting to happen. That's a real life Pokemon. So now we need it to be a Pokemon. Alright, so my number 2 is a Manatee. This one is made by MTC Studios at DeviantArt. So, it's a Manatee, and a Manatee is also known as a sea cow. Underwater moo. I don't know. I think manatees are cool. No reason whatsoever why I think they're cool. They just are. So here you go. I promise the rest of this will be much better. Okay, so I have 2 honorable mentions, but I'm only going to show one. This is a blobfish Pokemon by Cerulabell at DeviantArt. And pretty much blobfish are just weird fish. And that's what came up when I was Googling weird animals to put on this, except didn't come up with very weird animals. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. The other one was a cockatrice, which is pretty much just a chicken basilisk. And I don't know why, I just chose basilisk. My number 1 is alpacas. They're so kawaii, and they can be grass types. And do not say llamas. Alpacas and llamas are very different. Alpacas are smaller and smarter, and 20 bajillion times better. And this specific one is made by Zerudez at DeviantArt. I usually try to avoid using fan art and stuff, but, this one is pretty inevitable because, like, I'm not exactly the best artist when it comes to drawing stuff. So, I mean, if you wanted cringy drawings of animals, then you can request that video in the comments and I'll make it. But, yeah, so check out the descriptions and all that. And also, by the way, it would be very cool if you were to pick up a brick and smash the like button with it. Actually, don't do that. That would probably break your computer and or tablet and or smartphone. I don't know. Just don't use a brick. Use your finger. And have a nice day. Also subscribe, because I'm awesome.